Hey there, how y'all folks doing this fine day? I'm so glad you stopped in to see me today. Today we're gonna go over property rights. Okay, this is my lecture on property rights. What the founding fathers thought about this, and about human rights. And I hope you stick with me. Okay, hope you enjoy it. The right to property or the right to own property is often classified as a human right for natural persons regarding their possessions. A general recognition of a right to private property is found more rarely and is typically heavily constrained insofar as property is owned by legal persons, i.e., corporations, and where it is used for production rather than consumption. Amendment to the United States Constitution is credited as significant precedent for the legal protection of individual property rights. A right to property is specified in the Article 17 of the 1948 Universal Declaration of Human Rights, but it is not recognized in the 1966 International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights or in the 1966 International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights. The 1950 European Convention on Human Rights acknowledges a right for a natural or legal person to peaceful enjoyment of his possessions, subject to the general interest or to secure the payment of taxes. Definition. The right to property is one of the most controversial human rights, both in terms of its existence and interpretation. The controversy about the definition of the right meant that it is not included in the International Covenant on the Civil and Political Rights or International Covenant on the Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights. Controversy centers upon who is deemed to have property rights protected, e.g., human being or also corporations, the type of property which is protected, property used for the purpose of consumption or production, and the reason for which property can be restricted. For instance, for regulations, taxation, or nationalization in the public interest. In all human rights instruments, either implicit or express restriction exists on the extent to which property is protected. Article 17 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, enshrines the right to property as follows. Everyone has a right to own property alone as well as in association with others. 2. No one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his or her property. The object of the right of property, as it is usually understood nowadays, consists of property already owned or possessed, or of property acquired or to be acquired by a person through lawful means. Not in opposition, but in contrast to this, some proposals also defend a universal right to private property in the sense of a right of every person to effectively receive a certain amount of property grounded in the claim to earth, natural resources, or other theories of justice. The Fourth Amendment to the United States Constitution is part of the Bill of Rights. It prohibits unreasonable searches and seizures and sets requirements for issuing warrants. Warrants must be issued by a judge or magistrate, justified for probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and must particularly describe the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. Fourth Amendment case law deals with three main issues: what government activities are searches and seizures, what constitutes probable cause to conduct searches and seizures, and how to address the violation of Fourth Amendment rights. This is the Bill of Rights in the National Archives. The handwritten copy of the proposed Bill of Rights, 1789, cropped to show just the text that would later be ratified as the Fourth. Charles Pratt, first Earl of Camden, established the English common law presented against general search warrants. Massachusetts lawyer James Otis protests British use of general warrants in the American colonies. James Madison, drafter of the Bill of Rights. Potter Stewart wrote the majority decision in Case versus United States, which explained Fourth Amendment protections to electronic surveillance. This is the Bill of Rights. The right of the people to be secure in their person, houses, paper, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. The name is the Fourth Amendment, issued 12/15/1791, expires never. Cable Company, YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping in to seeing me today. It's been a wonderful pleasure to put this together for you. I'm glad you should come and see me. Hit that like button if you liked it. And this is my buddy, Way Too Cool. On Sundays, we have a good time. Won't you come on in and see me, okay? And get connected, okay? It's Way Too Cool, okay? He's my little buddy. But on Sundays, I try to hang him, okay? And you gotta try to stop me. When we go, it's a little word game, it's a little fun. Come on and join me, okay? Bye-bye.